Last time on Love at First Shot, I took my first trip turkey hunting. While it wasn't technically successful in terms of a kill, I gained knowledge, skill, and a brand new treasured friendship. Now it's time to watch a few other ladies on their journey on this episode of Love at First Shot. I'm Natalie Foster, and this is Love at First Shot, sponsored by Smith Wesson. Some of the women of Thompson Center and Cabela's headed out to try their hand at turkey hunting. Some were first-timers, some had experience, but all came with a willingness to learn and a sense of adventure. Let's watch as these women from Nebraska and Massachusetts head down to the Lone Star State to do some hunting.
We are outside of Brackville, Texas, on the Bader Ranch, and we are hunting turkey.
I'm really excited actually to hopefully be able to join the ranks of people who are some of the world's best hunters as a Cabela's outfitter. I mean, we have fantastic pro staff, we have fantastic employees that are outfitter hunters, and I'm excited to be able to join the group.
Not exactly sure what to expect yet, but just completely excited.
Well, first of all, what's really exciting to me about this is that it's something that I've never done. It's an animal that I've never hunted before. It's a way of hunting that I've never done before. And so really to get this brand new experience is really exciting to me.
I just feel like I have a lot to learn, and that's what I'm hoping to gain from this.
This was the first time turkey hunting for each of the ladies, so in order to do it properly, they would need a good guide. Meet Wade, the man who would teach them about behavior and tracking the birds and lead them through their adventure.
Well, I know this is everybody's first turkey adventure, and if you have any questions on any of this, don't hesitate to ask. We've got about 20,000 acres of land on 4 different properties we're going to hunt, so we're going to rotate a lot. Normally, if you see a big group of hens, there's 4 or 5 guys right behind them. It's closing time at the bar, they're strutting, got their muscle t-shirts on, and they're trying to show out. You never know, what's going to happen, but subtle movements, you're done. They're gonna put, and they're gone. So you want to be sneaky. You want to be as stealthy as you can be. You want to shoot him when he's as stretched out as you can, because it gives you a better target. You may or may not get that to happen. That final moment of truth, we can show you down here, we can talk you through it, but you have to be the one that pulls that trigger. If Clark's sitting behind you, or Chris is sitting there, or I am, let's get ready. And I start tapping you, shoot him.
It's now early morning out in the field. The sun is just peeking over the peaceful Texas horizon. But it's not too long before things start to get busy.
I don't even know how to put it into words what it was like to take the shot. I was shaking, my heart was pounding. I felt like I could not get a good sight in on the bird. And when I finally pulled the trigger and the bird hit the ground, it was the most incredible adrenaline rush I've ever had in my life.
What was interesting was just the adrenaline rush that you get before you shoot, and so taking the time to really sort of steady your breath and make sure that you were going to get a good clean shot, and it was a great experience.
And then all of a sudden, the one that I shot just started walking right in front of us. And then I couldn't get a shot. He's like, take a shot. And I couldn't get him because there was a tree in my way. And there was like right in front of me, there was like a little arch, like just a little teeny tiny keyhole. And he was standing there, we're starting to go. And there was a big one that was over to the right that was all puffing and dancing and stuff. And I just thought, I go, can I take it? He goes, you got the shot, take it. And I got him. And so, doing all the high-fiving, right? And then 5 more big toms come down the road. And we're like, no way! Yeah, so it was awesome. And they were dancing, and I mean, it was very cool. Whenever you go to take a shot, you always have a little bit of a doubt of whether or not you're gonna, are you gonna jerk? And so it's really important to aim and to really, deep breaths and just really sort of try and calm your heart as much as possible.
and then pull the trigger. And really, I gotta tell you, when I pulled the trigger, he hadn't moved and I knew I got it. And then, of course, as I always do, I asked whether or not I got it. He was down on the ground, but you always you need somebody else to verify that he was down for you. So it was great.
Well, for a few of these ladies, it seems that luck was indeed on their side. With exciting stories, new relationships, and a sense of pride under their belts, these ladies were ecstatic about the results of their turkey hunt. Let's hear about their impressions in their own words.
Since this was my first turkey hunt, this is very different in that I'm used to stalking my animals. And so, again, getting in place and basically just waiting, being really quiet and being really mindful of all the sounds. It was a very different hunting experience. It was fantastic. I loved it. I definitely see why people do this.
The hunt was way better than what I expected it to be. A little bit different. I was expected to come home with a bird, which I didn't. However, I learned a ton.
What I learned most is that there's really nothing to be afraid of when holding a firearm, and there's nothing to be afraid of when you're out in the wild.
The lessons that I learned, I can use in any hunt I go into. So be comfortable, be confident, make sure that you have a great guide going in just to educate you and make sure that you know what you're doing. Don't have preconceived notions. You'll have the time of your life.
Good job. Thank you.
The most surprising thing about the hunt was probably the camaraderie between everybody here. Really met some great people.
I told these guys 5 times this morning I didn't think it would be nearly as much fun to watch someone kill one as it was to kill your own. The whole thing's fantastic.
I think that more women need to take the opportunity to get outside. This is an incredible experience. Sometimes, unfortunately, women can be a little bit intimidated, and I think once you do it, there is no intimidation factor. If you're educated and through education comes confidence, going in, you can do anything.
I would definitely encourage a lot of other women to go with an open mind and don't be afraid to raise your hand and say, I don't know, please someone teach me.
What you will find is that everybody is excited to show the rush and the thrill of what hunting is. I've yet to find another sport, another activity where people are so excited to share and to teach and to educate. And so what I would say to somebody who wants to learn more, ask the question and be open-minded to really any sort of experience that might come your way, because you never know when you're going to learn something that might just absolutely get you excited about one more great activity to have in your world.
Just being in the great outdoors was much more calming and head clearing than I had ever anticipated.
It's incredible because I think so many times people miss that. You get so busy in your daily life, and so I think being able to get in the outdoors, it just gives you a whole different sense of meaning, a whole different sense of purpose.
I get why people do it. It is absolutely something that is really good for the mind and really good for the soul. This will not be my last turkey hunt, that's for sure.
Well, you heard it from the ladies. A hunt encompasses so much more than simply hunting. It's a retreat, it's camaraderie, it's adventure, it's education. But in my experience, no one can ever really explain this to you. It has to be experienced firsthand. And in order to do that, you'll need some gear, right? Cabela's has you covered. Now, not all hunting requires camo pants, but a good lightweight, breathable pair of pants that you can eventually layer over, say, yoga pants will serve you well for years to come. This pair from Cabela's Outfit Her line is a really good choice. Now to the all-important feet. Now, this is not an area of your body that you want to neglect. This little item can make or break a trip, and you never want to skip here. Try these from the Cabela's line to keep your feet warm and protected without adding too much weight. Now that you've got your list and you're ready to try all of this out in the field, send us your stories and your photos, and they may even end up on the trophy gallery on nrawomen.tv. As always, check in with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next time on Love at First Shot, sponsored by Smith Wesson. On the next episode of Love at First Shot, we'll talk with a couple of ladies who know their stuff when it comes to hunting and get a little insight into why so many women are enjoying it for the very first time.